Hi, everybody. Look who I got. I got Ange here. How are you doing?
I'm doing
Good, good, good. I am so happy to have you back on.
yeah, I'm gonna
Angela
get back to this
is
house soon. Yeah.
the main reason why I ever even picked up a deck of cards and started reading in the first place. Because she was the one that started fussing at me in the chat saying, you're a psychic, right? You're
Hmm.
supposed to be reading cards, right? And I was like, I don't even have cards. I don't know what you're talking about. And she's like, yeah, send me your address. And she sent me my first two decks of cards and then gave me advice on how to use them. And so it's all thanks to this lady here that I'm able to do this here now. So and I know you've been out, you've been ill, and we're just so glad that you're back and on the mend and doing well and ready to do some card throwing. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been waiting all week for it. And let's see here who we got. We got Jackie's here and TC's here. Play Love Remember. Elaine and Sure Spirit, and I'm sure other people will show up eventually.
Yep.
Give them a few minutes to get here. It takes them a minute or two. And it is a holiday, and most people are probably outside barbecuing, except me because
Hmm.
it's too damn hot.
Yeah, it's too hot here too.
Yeah. Hi, Deanne. So yeah, I just, it's like, yeah, I'm not going outside. I go
Hmm.
sneak out for my smoke and then I come right back inside again. It's just too hot. And that's with a fan blowing outside. So you got the air moving, but it's just hot air. I
Yep.
mean, it's not hot like it is out west, but it's a wet hot because we're like
Oh, I
80
can't stand
something
that.
percent humidity. It's ridiculous.
We ain't got no humidity,
Absolutely.
but it's hot, hot, hot.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's been a week, y'all. I don't even know where to start with it. It's like, hmm, that's what I was looking for. Okay, real quick, before we, uh, I lost Angela. Where'd she go? There you are. I
Hmm.
lost you. I
Got
was
back
like, oh, where'd she go? She disappeared. Okay, real quick, before I forget, I want to put this up real fast.
free. Hmm.
Let me flip to this and go to here and uh, where did it go? Where did it go? What did it do? Is it here? Just to cover us because there's no telling what's going to come out of our mouth today. So you've been
Precisely.
warned. If you don't like explicit language or the possibility of explicit language, goodbye. Thank you for coming. And
Hope this.
it looks like we're going to be losing Angela back. This has been happening to everybody
Hmm.
for a couple of weeks now. I don't know what's going on. I know that StreamYard kept having a pop up coming up earlier when I was trying to download something about difficulties with something while they're upgrading something else. And so I'm like, oh, gee, thanks.
Oh, of course. So they're
Um,
doing on a holiday.
yeah, when most people are going to be home and watching.
Hmm.
And hi, Charlotte. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Marby. Um, and so there's no telling what's going to come flying out of us today because, well, because Cut loose, GC says. Hi, J Cat Lady. So yeah, we got your message. Okay. So I didn't even hear it. So it must have been strictly on your end. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Winnie. And okay, JW is here. Yay. So if y'all have a question you would like us to read on,
Well, Charlotte
please
had
put it
comments.
in all caps so that I can see them. Even though I do have my new glasses that I can actually see the screen much better now.
Oh, wow. You're ahead of me.
Yeah, it's well, and these I got them in like 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I went and picked them up, tried them on. Yeah, they fit great. Put them back in the thing, and went home. Sat down in front of the computer. Was like, I can't see anything on the computer. They had put the distance lenses in, not the computer lenses in.
God.
So I had to call the eye doctor's office the next morning and say, "Hey, we put the wrong lenses in these glasses." I said, "Do I need to bring them back?" She says, "No, we'll just order new lenses and I'll call you when they're ready." So I had to go. Yes, there she goes again. Um, all right. She'll be back in a minute. It's very annoying. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's been happening to everybody. It was doing it to Cleo last night. When we were on for Golden Girls, she kept popping it out. And about a week ago, I was doing a show with Marina, and it was my show. I was hosting, and it kept kicking me out. There she goes again.
This is getting annoying.
It is. It's yeah. It kept doing it to me, and I was hosting. I was like, well, what the hell? I mean, I had to actually. Fortunately, I had made Marina my admin because
Mhm.
I'd been having trouble earlier as a guest on somebody's show. And then I thought, okay, what if it does it to me and I'm hosting? I better cover my butt. And so I made Marina an admin, and sure enough, it kept kicking me out, kicking me out. At one point, I had to reboot my computer in the middle of the show completely
Wow.
in order to come back on, and it still kept kicking me out. And I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, I don't know either. They started shooting last night, so God only knows what they hit.
Deanne says, this is the first time seeing Angela's face, but I know her name from the chat. So, and she's going to go subscribe to your channel.
Thank
Yay!
you. Yay.
The link for Angela's channel is in the description box below. Please, 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 everybody kindly go over there, like, subscribe, and share. And she has some wonderful videos up. She's got more wisdom in her big toe than I have in my whole body. So you cannot go wrong with picking her brain for how to do or where to go or how to get around it. So she can let you know.
Can I put in one little comment here?
You can.
Okay, Charlotte had mentioned 2 words. I'm not going to say them out loud. She's at 310. It's about leadership alterations. That's how I'll put it. Those 2 words are flipping them out.
All right.
See, Charlotte?
Charlotte.
See the about, where she says news about.
She'll be back in a minute, y'all. Hang tight.
Those are 2 sensitive words, and that's probably a little bit of what we're having trouble about.
Is this the one you were talking about?
Yep. See that word?
Okay.
See those 2 words?
Yeah. That's all right. We're not saying them. They're just there. Y'all can read them. You can read. So, and then we will take it off. It's gotten crazy, y'all. We have to be so careful now how we say certain words, how we go about So I don't know what the algorithm has gone like wonky on us. So it's like we just have to be careful how we phrase things. And that's why I tend to put a content warning thing up saying explicit language or triggering information, depending on what kind of show it is. And I figure if you're warned in the beginning, then you can't come back on me and say, well, she offended me. Well, I told you we're going to use explicit language. If you don't like it, there's a door. Don't let it hit you with the good Lord split you. So at least that's what my grandmama used to always say. And let's see. I'm just scrolling here, see what we got. Elaine says, psychic duck. That's Danny. Says maybe August is the last of the orange twerp. Thinking this is August. What do you see? I'll let Angela answer first, and I'll tell you the vision I had after.
I'll just tell you from what I know. I used to work in Intel. There are 5 changes coming up. They're all good. They're in the works. Don't know when they're going to happen. And I agree with August. My best guess, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. And she's gone again. And she's back.
Like what I had to say.
I'm telling you. Well, and like up, and now she's gone again. All right, y'all, hang tight. It'll take time. Hi, Sue. Hi, Rose. All right, so with a song bowl. I don't have a song bowl, but I got my witch's bell, so I'll ring my bell. Well, there used to be a song like that, but I think they meant a different kind of bell to ring.
Good idea. Hang on.
Let's see. Yeah, Rose says other channels are having the same problem, so there you go. Yeah. Let's get some sage up in the air and see if that'll help. Oh, that smells good too. Anyhow, so Ange told us what we needed to know from her perspective of what she knows with how things work. All I can say was about 2 months ago, I did a deep dive with Nate where he talked me into trying to channel / remote view Donald. I had never done that before. Okay, I wanted to wait till she was back to finish my story. So he had asked me to do a deep dive, try to channel or remote view Donald. I'd never done that before, and I said, okay, what the hell, I'll give it a shot. And I went down. I mean, right in. It was like landing in a pochum, which in Cajun French means crap pot, but it's another word. It's not the word crap. And so it was really gross being in his brain. It really was. Yeah. But about a week after that happened, I got a vision, and I saw the White House and the administrative offices at Christmas. I don't know if it was this Christmas or the next Christmas or what, just Christmas. Everything was decorated for Christmas, and it was all empty. Nobody's there. And Doing predictive stuff is new for me. I'm still trying to figure my way around how I see things to do that. Getting visions was never one of my gifts. My mother was the one who would get visions, but now suddenly now I'm getting them. I think she just passed them on to me. And I just saw they're not there. None of them were there. It was like the White House, the admin offices, everybody attached with him. It was just all empty rooms. They were all decorated, all set up for Christmas, but nobody was there. That's what I was just telling Linda G. I was like, I don't know how to interpret that because I didn't get anything else to go with it. I didn't get a who's replacing, just emptiness. That's all I saw. And so take it or leave it. That's what I saw. So
One question. What did Christmas look like?
what do you mean? What did it look like normal decorations at Christmas?
There's a big
Not
thing.
the Nightmare Before Christmas decorations at Christmas. So
That means a leadership alteration.
aha. See, that's why I need hands because I don't understand this stuff. It's new to me. And so I was very much like, I don't know. It's to do. I mean, I fussed at poor Nathan. I said, don't make me do that again. That was scary. I didn't like that at all. And then the next time we got together a few weeks later for another deep dive. The first words out of his mouth is, "Who you want to jump in now?" I'm like, no, I don't know. So, but that's okay because he kind of helps pull me back out. So, excuse me. So, hey, G Lynn, but oh, mangled unicorn. Oh wow, hi. That's a new name for me. So welcome. And or I don't know, maybe you've been here before and I just never saw it. And if that's the case, my apologies. Magic by Moonlight. Oh, I like that name. That's cool. So that's just what I saw, and it was just such a weird. It just came out of the blue. I mean, I wasn't thinking about him. I wasn't working on anything with that. I was doing something else, and it just like somebody flipped a TV screen on in my head, and there it was. That was the picture.
That's the way it works.
And yeah, and so I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what that means, but I couldn't get anything else out of them. You know, when I say them, I mean my guides. They were being very closed-lipped, very tight-lipped. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said to Nate, because I told him about it. Like I said to Linda, I said, I don't know what it means. I said, and I could be very, very, very wrong, and I could be very, very, very right. And it just, what happens, happens. But at that point, after I saw that, it was like I quit freaking out about all this stuff. Before I was like, every little thing that happened, I was freaking out about it. And it was like at that point, I quit freaking out about it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel those emotions anymore. So it was like, okay, so did you show me that just so I don't freak out on people or what?
Yes.
And I think that's exactly what they did. They wanted me to stay calm. So, yeah, a weird game of peekaboo.
Yep.
There's a lot of it. So, and you're saying August sounds good. Well, you know, it's weird because there's been a bunch of us saying that we sense something drastic happening August, September in that area. And I know, and I've been picking up really bad storm system hitting the Gulf in our area, like the Texas, Louisiana area.
That's kind of normal about now.
Yeah, and I keep seeing a big 6 with it, and so it's like I don't want to deal with a cat 6. That's scary. Cat 5s are bad enough. I've been through 3 of those, but
Oh, then you got it.
6 is something. Yeah, then I guess if you add them together, it makes it a 15. But
Well, you
so
be
that's
very
worse than a 6. So yeah, well the first 2 I was a kid, so I don't think it really counted. I didn't know what was going on. I was just like, oh wow, okay. We have no power and we don't have to go to school. I'm not going to complain.
There you
But
go.
yeah, so the last 5 I went through was Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
When it decimated Florida, got in the Gulf, went and blew up, and regained its strength back up to a 5, and then went right up the Atchafalaya, which is about 3-4 miles from my house. So, um, and it was probably 5 or 6 miles from the house I was living in at the time it happened. And so, yeah, that was wild. I remember my husband and I sat out on the porch and watched it blow in because the lightning show with it was fantastic. I mean, it was just the lightning. It's I don't know. Y'all would have to understand why that's so intriguing to me because I grew up terrified of thunderstorms, like hide with covers over my head, terrified of thunderstorms. My late husband was fascinated by them. He probably would have been a weatherman if he could have gone to school for it. Um, and it was through him that I learned to actually enjoy storms. And now I tend to be the first one out the door when a storm hits. Oh, what's it doing out here?
I've been liking that since I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, his goal for us was when we retire, we'll get us like a little minivan and I'll drive and you can operate the camera and we'll go chase storms. I'm like, are you out of your effing mind? I'm not chasing tornadoes. He's like, yeah, it'll be fun. And I'm like, no. And that was before the movie Twister came out. He was talking about it. So, um, yeah, anyway. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got here. TC was saying just with all those screw ups with computers. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. I know look, the minute you mention it, boom, out she goes. You were good till we brought it up. Okay, I'm taking that off the screen. The minute it happened, I thought it was because the apartment complex I live in is in the process of switching from cable to fiber. And the integration is supposed to happen this month as they do building to building to building. And so I thought, okay, well, maybe they're just doing something in our building earlier than we realized. But then I saw it starting to happen to other people. It was like, okay, this had nothing to do with me or my location. This is happening to people around the globe. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody else said it was solar flares.
Yeah.
I said, well, that makes sense. So I could buy that. All right, let's see. Deanne had a question. All Americans maintain our independence. Yes. It's an unhappy 4th of July. What are we even celebrating? Well, I would say we're celebrating the fact that we can still celebrate.
Yeah.
That would be a start. And I really feel like, well, and it's like I've told y'all, it's going to get worse, but it does get better. So, I mean, and that's what they just keep telling me. It's always darkest just before dawn, and we're nowhere near dawn yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, thanks. Just what I wanted to know. So, yeah, migraine. I see you, Stormy. I have been fighting migraines for like the last 2 weeks. So it's some kind of atmospheric thing because I know when the barometric pressure goes up and down,
Yeah.
everything hurts. Everything starts hurting, um, especially my neck and my back and the migraines. And so that could very well be.
Hmm.
I heard somebody earlier or the other day saying something about the energy felt really heavy to them.
Hmm.
And did we feel it too? What about you, Ange? Have you been getting a lot of
Yeah.
really heavy energy feeling?
Yeah, and the solar stuff is hurting too. Any of us with arthritis or lupus or anything like that, it's going to hit you hard. So just stay out of the sun. That's the
Yeah.
best thing to do.
Yeah, it didn't help that I had to run errands yesterday, and by the time I got home, I was drenched. I was soaking wet with
Oh,
sweat
that ain't good.
because I have no AC in the car. So it's and I got stuck in traffic several times where I was just sitting and sweltering. And to the point that I thought I'm going to pass out from a heat stroke while I'm driving down the road. Um, but so yeah, it's storms is like I said, they used to terrify me, and now it's I find them fascinating.
Hmm.
Um, I used to watch the Weather Channel all the time. Of course, I don't have a TV anymore, so I don't watch Weather Channel all the time anymore. But um,
You can get it
I
on your
used to
phone.
really, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I have. I think
Hmm.
I pay like $6 a year for the Weather Channel app for the all access or whatever it is online and stuff. I just forget to go look. When I had a TV and I had cable, it
Hmm.
was that was just background noise. I would turn it
Yeah.
on, it would go to the Weather Channel, and it would just stay there unless something was coming on I wanted to see. And oh, thank you, Teresa. And so uh, yeah, when the barometric pressure changes, I'm a mess, man. Oh my God, from migraines to I
Oh
can't
yeah.
hardly move my body. I mean, I've had surgery in the neck, so I deal with that when it
Hmm.
flares up. But now I have discs in my lower back, just above my tailbone,
Hmm.
that are gone completely. There's just it's just bone on bone. And when the pressure changes,
Hmm.
oh yeah, I feel it big time. It's not fun.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, chronic migraines. Yeah, it's when I get one, that's a day in bed.
Yep.
That's a day in bed, lying in the dark with cold towels on my face. I can't deal with sound. I can't deal with light. Can't eat anything. Can't drink anything. Just to roll my eyes and my head is painful. It's
Oh yeah. Got some questions going.
we do. Here's one real quick. Marie was talking about they had an officer involved pew pew last night in Erie, Pennsylvania. So that's happening everywhere. We've
Hmm.
had two unalivings in my area in just the last 2 days. Excuse me, one from a impaired driver and one from an argument at a local establishment that
Hmm.
serves harder drinks than Coke.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get it out and so everybody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Um, all right, let's see. What's another question we got? All right, she'll be back in a minute. There we go. All right, she made it back. Okay. Jackie B would like a general read for July, please.
General read for July.
Okay. I got cards here somewhere. Here we go. I got cards here. I just didn't take them out of the dang old box. So I was prepared.
Oh, wow. This is nice. You want me to go while you're shuffling?
Yeah. Go ahead while I'm shuffling.
Well, first I got Rosemary for memories. So you got some memories that are going to be coming to you. Some old memories from the past.
I like that.
Virgos say they're going to be positive. And the tomatoes say they're all about love. Remember that love, hold it close, and hold those close that you have those fond memories of. I like that.
All right. Yeah, that's nice. Well, I first pull the world. So that's completion. Whatever it is you've been working on, you're going to be able to wrap it up, complete it, and everything's going to be good to go. And then I got the 9 of Pentacles, which is getting the fruits of your labor. So there's going to be a blessing, a payment, or whatever it is that you've been working on. It's going to pay off now in whatever way, shape, or form. And then I got the 4 of Swords. So you're going to be able to kick back and relax.
Yep. You need that rest.
Yeah, that's who doesn't want to do that in July, right? Just kick back and relax and not have to do anything because it's too damn hot to do anything. So I like that. That's a good one. Okay. Let's see here. Mary Joyce asked, did Anonymous post anything as promised? I know they posted some stuff, but
did Anonymous post anything as promised? Yeah, but it ain't near as much as we thought it would be. But yes, I've got a yes, but a very small yes.
Okay, let's see what I get. Did Anonymous post anything as promised? Yes or no? Did Anonymous post anything as promised? It keeps going yes and then no, yes and then no. So it won't make up its mind. So I'm taking that as sort of, kind of, but maybe not everything they wanted to.
Yep.
That would be okay. And Gatekeeper had basically the same questions. So, okay. Winnie says, hello, beautiful gals. Okay. She'll be back in a minute. My job is on the line due to the BBB. Can you tell me something regarding jobs? Okay. Do you see the questions I'm posting up? Okay. So I don't have to read them out loud.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I drew was the 8 of Swords. Stop restricting yourself. This is negative thoughts. Stop the negative thoughts. Think positive, not negative. Because then I pulled the 10 of Cups, and that's harmony, celebration, peace, everything kind of going your way. So Stop the negative thoughts. Just think positive thoughts of what's coming your way. And then I pulled the Hierophant. So you're looking at, I would say, just traditional attitudes at work of people being looked at, evaluated. Do they get a raise? How much do they get? Do we need to let somebody go? If we have to let people go, who's going to be let go? And I'm seeing that they're kind of falling onto that way of thinking, but I'm not seeing it for you. But you got to stop the negative talk, because then you're just bringing it to yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got pretty much the same thing. I got the Nine of Swords. You're losing sleep over this when you don't need to. It's way too soon to worry about it. And I got the, this is actually the Knight of Pentacles. So somebody's bringing you something. It's coming, but it's slow. Got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So anybody that is, say, thinking negatively of you at work, they aren't going to get anywhere with what they're sending. And then I got the Seven of Swords in reverse. If you're thinking of somebody stealing your job, it ain't going to happen. It may be in the opposite direction. And then the last card, haven't even pulled yet. Oh, the Princess of Cups. You're going to be working nice and slow, and you're going to be bringing in your money. So if you lose your job, you get another one pretty quick. And it's going to be work. You're not going to be sitting on your butt for long.
There you go. Yeah, it's I think you're okay, Winnie. Just keep the positive attitude. Just instead of saying, "Is my job on the line?" just continue to say out loud, so Spirit hears you loud and clear. Thank you so much for this wonderful job I have.
Mm-hmm.
And just leave it at that. Just be grateful for what you've got. Real quick, and I'm going to put this up real fast because I just had a news flash come over.
Okay.
Kerrville, Texas is flooding near San Antonio. And I just had a news flash like pop up on my screen where it said multiple unalived because of mass flooding.
Wow.
So if you're under flood watch, flood warning, if it's weather's bad like that, don't get out. Don't get out in your car. Stay home where it's safe, or stay at the office until the water goes down. Certainly don't drive into roads covered in water, because you don't know if the road's still there underneath that water. I mean, think about it. The water could wash you away, but you also, and I've seen this happen, drive through and it's already washed the road away. You just don't know it. You drive through and go right down into the holes. So, I know Arizona had stupid motorist laws where people got out driving around during flash floods and got caught. They would have to pay a hefty fine just for being rescued, because it's like you putting folks in danger, rescuing you because you're not staying at home. Now, if it was a flash flood, you were already out trying to get home and you got hit, that was a different story. So, and they have ways of determining how something happens like that. So, bear that in mind. But
yeah,
I know the first time I heard that law, I said, well, actually, that kind of makes sense. Because I've known a lot of stupid people that have gone out and drive around in the middle of a hurricane or a storm or whatever and be like, you numbnut, stay your butt at home where it's safe. Okay, let's see. All right, hang on. All right, Play, Love, Remember, ask, Would you please ask my guides if I'm missing anything? Okay. Let's, oh, wow, Maureen, that's awesome. I'll put it up in a minute after we read for Play, Love, Remember. Yep. I looked down, you were there. I looked up, you were gone. I was like, whoop, and she disappeared on me again. So, hey, at least it's not me doing it, right? Okay, Play, Love, Remember. The first thing I pull for you is the Two of Cups. So I think you're missing connections with people. It may not be romantic. It could just be platonic, a friendship or a coworker or something. But for whatever reason, you're not picking up the cues of building that relationship. That could prove to be very fruitful for you in the future. And then I got Justice. You want to make sure you weigh both sides carefully before you make a decision. Otherwise, you could then make a bad choice that would kind of negate that good decision. So make sure you weigh all your options. And then I drew strength. Your guides are telling you you've got strength. You've got the courage. You've got the stamina to do what needs to be done. Just believe in yourself. They do, so you do. That's what I got.
And I got a path for that. Let your fears dissolve. Trust the universe. Attune to the divine. Keep your heart open. And speak your world into being. If you want to hear more messages from your guides or get them clearer, here's what you need to do. Speak it into being. Say, I hear you. Send me another.
That's it.
And thank them when you hear one.
Absolutely. All right, Maureen, thank you for this. This is really great confirmation. I don't remember saying it, so I'm going to take your word for it that that's what I said. So, yay, I'm glad you got it. It doesn't matter to me if I'm right or wrong, but I'm glad. I mean, it does matter, but you know what I mean. It's not important what I got right or wrong. What's important is that you got the apartment and you're going to be able to move in August to your new place. That's what's important. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I'm not very good at expressing what I'm thinking. Open mouth, insert foot. All right, let's see what we got next. Sue says, my boss is giving me a formal warning. He wanted to get rid of me. I changed teams, but only 3 weeks to pass. Again, please shed light on my work. Wait, your boss told you that he wanted to get rid of you? That seems kind of effed up if you ask me.
Let's go walking now, everybody walking.
And that was my brother singing, so.
All right.
Nobody complained. I'm just letting them know. Otherwise, I'll get messages after the show saying, who is that singing in the background? And I'll be like, I don't know. If I don't acknowledge it, I don't remember it. So it goes in this ear and out that ear and right on through. And I'm so used to him walking around the house just singing what he's doing that I don't even hear it half the time.
I drew two cards that really seem to get it. When you're looking at that guy, tell him talk to the hand. Because I'm done with that. Don't listen to what he has to say about so far as he doesn't want you there and that stuff. It's not his call, evidently, because you'd have been gone a long time ago. And then I got, who needs any when you release them all? Take a deep breath and let your F's go.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Well, the first thing I drew was a 9 of Swords. Yep. Stop losing sleep over it. He's bringing that on. That's not yours. Don't let it go. That's his. This is his problem, not your problem. Because then I got the Fool. So we're looking at new beginnings, fresh starts. You just changed teams, so you haven't had time to really make a complete fresh start of it as it is. So give that a little time. Let it work. And then I got the 2 of Cups. So that's relationships, new relationships forming. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. It can be platonic, work related. So I say go with your strengths. Be positive with your attitude and continue to do the best job you can do, you know. And if he tries to do anything funny, people will notice and say something. Mm-hmm. Especially if they depend upon you for their job. They will definitely say something then.
Worse he looks.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's see. Okay, Rose, I don't know what that means.
It's basically
what's a fatwa?
It's a bounty. Same thing.
Okay.
Only it's a religious bounty. Oh, you'll go to heaven if you pew that guy.
Okay, so they declared it against BB and Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from their lips to God's ears. Okay, so let's see. Catherine Gilbert would love a message from her godmother. And any warnings, because I sat as a child in disbelief. Your country could be taken over. Yeah, it's, believe me, we're as much in disbelief as you are. Because who was it? The prime minister during World War II in England. I can't think of his name.
Churchill.
I'm going blank. Churchill was the one that said, if anybody was to ever overthrow America, it would be through internal forces with a Bible in one hand and waving the flag in the other, or something to that effect. And it was like, Well, he got that one right, didn't he?
Yep.
Message from God.
Okay. I got stimulation. Maybe you're getting a little bit of overload and need to stay away from the news. You need some purification. Do your smudging, whatever you do, your prayers, light your candles. You need that. It'll help you. And we're looking at victory, so you're helping us out. Keep those prayers coming.
Absolutely. All right. Well, the first thing I pulled was wish. And it says, make a wish with a dandelion in the wind. Was dandelion something that your godmother and you would do, like blow on a dandelion to make a wish? Because that's what came up here. And then I got risk, and that simply says, learn to grow wherever you are planted.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something she would have said, you know.
Yep.
Put your roots down and start growing. Don't let anybody tell you you don't have any right to be there. And then I got retreat, but not as in running away. This is retreat as in spoil yourself in the morning mist. Breathe in nature's sweet scents. So, you know, if it's possible, if you can, for that first cup of coffee or tea or whatever you drink in the morning, go sit outside for 5 or 10 minutes, if at all possible, and just let nature kind of help start your day. Yeah. That's what I keep getting. I drew dandelion, and then I could just see in my head like blowing dandelions, you know, and the little thingies fly off. So I don't know if that's something you did as a child, or maybe something your grandmother did as a child, your godmother did as a child. But that's the picture I see.
Yeah, that's the thing we did as kids, was blow on and make a wish.
Yeah, I remember doing that when I was a kid. So, all right, let's see. Maureen asks, she would like a message from her guides. Okay. All right, they just told me wrong deck. Go get the right deck. Go without knocking everything down. Let's see here.
Want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead and go.
Okay, I got the dahlia, which is refinement. You need to refine your
Well, talk about getting your words chopped off.
Yep. You need to refine how you deal with your guides. And what you're looking for is divination, and you can do that. That's possible. And you do have the desire to hear from your guides. What you got to do is pay attention to the duality in you. You'll get, bad thoughts going through your head. You need to calm them down. Just tell them go away. And then more of your guides' recommendations will come along. So you'll get more messages.
I pull for you the seer of change. And it says surrender, acceptance, and fortitude. So that's just what Ange was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You have to surrender your desires to what is best for you. You have to accept what it is that's put in front of you as being there. It doesn't mean you have to accept it if it's bad, but if it's something good, be willing to accept it. And then fortitude, that gives you the wisdom to know the difference
Mm-hmm.
of if it's bad or if it's good. You have to listen to your gut, listen to that internal message from spirit. Yeah, that's all he's saying. Okay. All right, let's see. Elaine wants to know, when will things get easier for me?
But about the same time they get easier for everybody else. We're all in for a long ride.
Yeah.
I'd say just plan on 6 months being rough, and anything nice is going to be a good surprise. And love those surprises and be thankful for them.
Absolutely. Amount of fluid here. Yeah, they just okay, they just said imagine what it is you want. Put that picture in your head.
Mm-hmm.
And then hold that picture up anytime you feel discouraged. Excuse me, or overwhelmed or overworked. Just put that in your head.
Mm-hmm. You still have some self-determination and freedom. You haven't locked your door yet so that you can't go out. Take advantage of it, use it, enjoy it.
There you go. I like that. Okay. Kathy, will I win the lottery?
I wish I knew that one because I'd be playing it myself.
Yeah, just like, I'm sorry, if I ever get numbers, I'm keeping them.
Uh-huh. Will she win the lottery?
Let's see. Will Kathy Davis win the lottery in 2025?
I got dead still.
Well, I asked for in 2025. It said no.
Okay. Well, she
So,
25.
That's fair, Steve. I'm not good. Because it requires a lot of money.
It's still not one to really answer.
it doesn't like answering questions on games of chance, I have discovered.
Yeah.
Because believe me, I would be working on that every day. It would. Mama needs a new Cadillac. Come on. Give me the numbers. And I don't think I've ever driven a Cadillac, to be honest.
They were my favorites for a long time.
And
I've had 4
driven
of them.
lots of other kinds of cars, but I don't think I've ever driven a Cadillac, now that I think about it.
They're hard to come by because they keep on going. I
Yeah.
got 2,000 miles or more out of all of them.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. T-Lynn, does Uncle Chet have a message regarding the state of the country? Lost at sea, July 4th, 1942. taking military vehicles and fuel. Well, first off, thank you to Uncle Chet and your family for his service. There were a lot of people that serve our country faithfully and to the best of their abilities, who either don't come home or don't get the acknowledgement that they deserve. I feel like he's pissed. That's the feeling that comes over me really strong. Like, God damn it, I didn't do all this work just for y'all to piss it away. That's what I heard. I don't know if he was a cursor or not. Maybe he wouldn't have said that back in the day, but that's what he's saying now. Quite adamantly, too, I might add. It's like, wow, that was really loud.
Well, I got some messages here. I got the moon, which is intuition, is going to bring you some good ideas. Take pictures of everything. Make sure you see what's going on and you know what's going on. Take things step by step. And eventually, a certain thing's going to be removed.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Elaine made a comment to my Mama needs a new Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
She put, Mama needs people to do the heavy lifting, painting the house, etc.
That's where bartering is good.
Yeah. And if they're like really buff and muscular, that's even better, because then you get eye candy to go with it. So, you know.
And I have a habit of calling on something. When I need something that big, I call on earth angels. I tell my guys,
there you go.
have an earth angel show up to help me. And that hasn't failed me.
Very good. Yes. Oh, T. Lynn said he was turned away by the Army. So many were. So he joined the Merchant Marines, lost in the Denmark Strait above Iceland.
Ooh.
Burr?
Yep.
That's cold water to get lost in. Cold and deep water to get lost in. She'll be back in a minute. All right, we got 2 questions left. Estelle said, baby Ruby passed away yesterday. Is there a message you would like conveyed to the family? Is Ruby like a baby human baby, or is Ruby like a fur baby? Elaine says, LOL, you said eye candy, and I was just thinking that. And that's a great thought, calling on earth angels. Yeah, I never thought of doing that either, so that's kind of cool. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you didn't. I just put it up waiting for you.
Okay.
The light's on. She's there. Just understand that she's helping to keep the lights on. She's helping to keep things positive. So you've got that energy coming.
Yeah, I just a lot of love is very overpowering. A lot of love. That's what I'm getting.
That's what the light is.
Yeah. It's like a warmth. I don't see a light. I just feel like somebody wrapped a warm, soft blanket around me. Mm-hmm. Just wrapped up and holding tight. That's what came to me.
That's nice energy. I got goosebumps on that one.
Yeah, me too. And I'm sitting there thinking I could use that blanket right about now. I'm cold. I'll go step outside for 5 seconds. That'll cure that thought. Um, all right, last question of the day from Sage. Hi, ladies. I don't seem to be hearing my guides well lately. Do they have any specific message for me that I really need to hear? Thank you. Clean out your ears. I'm sorry, that just came to me. It came out my mouth before I stopped it.
That was a definite message from her guide. Sorry.
I didn't mean to. Please don't take offense. That just came out. I had no control. But I don't think they're saying that you have dirty ears, just that you're not listening, is my interpretation of that statement. Normally, I would have said it in the interpretation and not the way that they gave it to me. I'm almost embarrassed now. I was like, that just came out. I had no control at all. Okay, you're laughing. Okay.
I got unleash your kindest self and leave the past behind. You need to stop mulling over the past and let things come in. When your brain is going 90 miles an hour, they ain't got no chance to get in. You will get those messages and detailed messages. You get that calmed down.
Yeah. I had to start doing listening to the guided messages because I have a hard time shutting off my brain to try to meditate. And so if I can find a little 5, 10, 15-minute guided meditation and go sit out in the morning with my cup of coffee and my cigarette, I plug in my ears, and it's like that kind of jump starts me for the day because I'm able to clear the passage and then hear if it's something vital I need to deal with, and they'll tell me.
Yep.
Yeah, see, Play Love Remember says, my guides don't want me to watch the news. A lot of people have been getting that message. Just don't watch. It's just going to upset you. Turn on her hearing aid. That might help. Or maybe turning it off completely would help you hear them better. Nope, there she goes. She'll be back. (11 a.m., 11 p.m., whatever time works for you. We all have different times that we meditate best. But since I have to get up at 5 in the morning, I figure I might as well take advantage. Had the day off today, and what happened? I woke up at 5:15. I was like, the one damn day I got to slip in. No, I'm going to wake up at 5:15. Elaine says, Sage. She'll be back. I like what Elaine said to Sage. The guides can be heard whether or not you have hearing aids on.
That's true.
That's what I was saying. Maybe turn them off. It might help. You know.
No kidding.
You know. Oh, thank you, Ashley. That's very sweet of you to say so. We're depending on y'all in other countries to help us keep our shit together because there's a lot of us on the verge of losing it really bad. It's like, please don't hate us. It's not us. It's the idiot up there. So, I mean, I've had people in Canada say, hey, you know, I got a spare room if it gets too bad. You're welcome. Well, yeah, I can see me trying to sneak over the border.
I've done that.
I ain't got a passport, so. Oh my goodness. So yeah, Elaine, they probably was my guides because that's the way they talk to me.
Mhm.
They're just very blunt and to the point because they know if they try to be subtle, it goes shoo, right over my head. They have to kind of punch me with it. Um, well, Ange, I've had you here for an hour and almost 11 minutes. Oh, well, let's hang loose a couple more seconds. We'll hit 11111.
All right.
And we can close out at that time. That'll be good.
Mhm.
Close out at an angel number there. A lot of ones in
Oh,
there.
yeah.
So, all right. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you so much for spending time with us. And
This was fun.
she'll be back, I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.